In the House of the Spirits by Isabel Allende, Esteban and Clara's daughter, Blanca, is a soft-spoken yet rebellious young girl whose shocking love for the son of her father's foreman fuels Esteban's everlasting contempt, even as it produces the grandchild he adores. From all aspects of this painting by Salvador Dali, it is evident that Blanca is depicted clearly. However, the focus of the Galatea of the spheres can be connoted with Blanca's beauty. From Isabel Allende's novel The House of the Spirits, Blanca is depicted as a beautiful young lady who is both innocent and guilty to the environment around her. Dali's painting shows a woman with a slight frown, covered with fragments of bubbles and painted with cold colors. Living a life close to her mother and far from her father, Blanca lives a sad life. Nevertheless, Blanca lives a life filled with love as well. Although not getting to be with Pedro Tercero Garcia for a long time, each time they spend time together, they would confess their love to each other with words like "I love you too," as they hug with the insatiable passion of their youth. By relating Blanca to the woman in Salvador Dali's painting, it can be seen that Blanca's beauty is distorted. Dali uses divergence and fragmentation in order to convey Blanca's distorted splendor. Right in the center of the painting, there is a distinct point where everything seems to be emerging from. This point is significant as it represents a stage of Blanca's life. This is the point where Blanca is complete and a whole. She is a pretty girl and has a great family background while having high economic standards as well as high living and social standards. She is also in love with Pedro Tercero Garcia. However, this seemingly perfect life of hers is broken up by Esteban Trueba, her father, who is her largest burden. When he saw his daughter, Esteban Trueba was unable to restrain his evil character, and he charged her with his horse, whip in the air, beating her mercilessly, lash upon lash, until the girl fell flat and rigid to the ground.
Blanca forever falls into the shadows of her father's wrath as a divergence from the center of the painting becomes a love bubbles. A divergence from beauty is shown as she is torn apart. From this, Blanca cannot be the person she is to everyone and make everyone satisfied anymore. She would always appear with a smile that was not her own, stand in an uncomfortable position with an unhappy look. As Esteban's habitual hatred for Blanca increases, her life gets increasingly miserable. Esteban Trueba could not understand how his daughter has so many admirers and keeps preventing her to be around men. Yet, she was conscious of her beauty. In addition, as Clara dies, she falls into a greater catastrophe. Her life is totally judged and forced by Esteban. Also, the front face in the painting also enhances how Blanca is no longer happy and that she has lost her beauty from the perfect self to being torn apart. As a result of divergence into spread out bubbles, Blanca is no longer a perfect whole. She has been fragmented to many pieces. She has to try to be the dutiful daughter to her parents, the lustful lover of Pedro Tercer Garcia, the serene sister of Jaime and Nicholas, the well-behaved wife of the Count, and eventually a maternal mother to her daughter Alba. Because of this, her family is tearing her apart, with Esteban being the source of the troubles. The bubbles signify the different pieces that make Blanca up. These pieces belong to each of her family members, and because these fragments are being taken apart, Blanca has lost the beauty and innocence she once had. Tercero always say how Blanca has been thinking over for almost half a century to many things they talk about. Not only does it show how Blanca loves Tercero so much and is willing to do things for him, but also how she is being fragmented and cannot make decisions.